welcome back to Crazy Bees. We are still baking. We are on week 2 of holiday gift giving. Last week I went through 15 of the half-pint jars of the prickly pear marmalade, the Christmas jam, the cowboy candy, and then we made plates of the banana bread with the chocolate chips, the white and the chocolate, and they were both very good. And the mashed bananas from the freezer, that released so much more sugar from those bananas. They were dense, but oh, they were so tasty. So those were a hit. And then what else? We had the prickly pear candy on there, on the plate. So those were my gifts for last week, and now we need to make some new ones for this week. So it is Sunday late afternoon. We had a full working weekend, so I need to get this done. So we're gonna make some zucchini cake because I still have that zucchini that I pulled out of the freezer that I need to use. So we're gonna make some zucchini cake with a cream cheese frosting. And then we're going to see what else we can get done to make another small plate for more jams. Now the only thing is, tomorrow is going to be my last day for my Christmas jam. I'm going to have to get here in the kitchen again tomorrow and make another batch of Christmas jam because I only have 3.5 half pints left. And I have 3 people that I need to make plates for tomorrow, so I'm going to be out of my Christmas jam tomorrow. I think I'm going to be able to have enough of the marmalade and the cowboy candy, but I'm out of the Christmas jam, and I definitely want that to give because it is just a beautiful jar and it tastes so good. It tastes like Christmas. So let's get started with this. I do have a recipe in front of me. I can put that in the description box below. But tonight for using up some of that zucchini, we're going to start with 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, which I have in here. We're going to do 2 cups of sugar. And they're saying to mix the sugar with the flour. I'm following the recipe, but usually you would mix your sugars with your oils and your eggs and then put it in your dry ingredients. So I'm actually following the recipe, so if you guys are like, what are you doing? That's why I'm doing it, but it's not what I normally do. And then we need to add cinnamon, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. You guys, I gotta put my glasses on. Okay, so we need 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Oh, it's just not going to fit. I'm going to see how much I do overfill here. 1.5. And then we need 1 teaspoon of, you guys, I just put in 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. So I need to take out some of the cinnamon. I'm telling you, it's been a day. Okay, we're taking that much out. All right, back to what we were doing. We need 1 teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm not filling my teaspoon up all the way. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, let's reread that. We got our flour, we have our sugar, cinnamon, salt, baking powder, baking soda, all in this bowl, and we're going to mix all of that together. In the meantime, I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And I have oiled, well, not oiled, but I greased and floured a 9x13 pan. And it just calls to grease it, but like I've told you guys before, I always do the flouring because I don't want anything to stick. You want to make sure that you incorporate this really well so that you don't get any baking soda. And then after that, we're supposed to, in a separate bowl, do 1 cup of vegetable oil. I am using canola. And then 4 eggs. And I will add my eggs separately just to make sure that they're all okay and there's nothing wrong with them. Beautiful. When I'm putting them in butter, I tend to mix each one at a time. I got a little shell right there. Okay, there's our 4 eggs. Put our eggshells in the compost. Okay, now we are going to incorporate this oil and the eggs together. I've got so much stuff going on in here. How about we move this? Okay, now we are going to add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. Okay, and now we're going to add 2 cups of zucchini, and I am going to fold that in. With your zucchini, when you freeze it, you tend to lose a little bit of volume because it breaks down. So this was frozen zucchini. And we're going to mix this in. I did drain it very well. So we're just going to kind of just fold this in a little bit. We are almost done adding our zucchini. Now we're going to add some nuts to this. I'm going to be using some walnuts, chopped walnuts. This is a thicker batter. So I'm going to mix this up just a couple more times, and then we'll add our walnuts. I cheated and I got chopped walnuts from the store. so I didn't have to worry about chopping them. It calls for a half a cup of chopped walnuts. I'm just going to mix those in. When I was mixing it with the mixer and it was coming up on my blender, I was like, wow, this is a thicker batter. So we'll see how it comes out. Okay, now we've got everything mixed. We're going to take our 9x13 greased flour pan and we're going to just pour it in there. I'm going to get this in the oven and it's going to bake for 35 to 40 minutes. So while this is baking, I'm going to prep our ingredients for the next fun thing that I decided I'm going to put onto our plates. That won't take too long to do. Let's make sure that this is all even. And here it goes into the oven. I decided the next thing I'm going to do is, you can call it reindeer crunch, you can call it Santa's mix, whatever you want to call it. I went to the farmer's market and I love popcorn. And Candace saw a guy selling this popcorn, 10 bucks for this whole bag. But I'm like, what am I going to do with all this popcorn? It's the holiday season and there's so much snacking. So we're going to make this snack mix. We need 9 to 10 cups. Oh, well, let's see. That's 1, 2, that's about 3. I'm just going to put my cup down there so I can pour it in there easier. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, we're gauging here. All right, well, I'm gonna just do one more. Okay, this is all to your taste, to your preference, however much you want, that's what you do. Okay, now, you can do the microwave popcorn. I wouldn't do the buttered, just a plain microwave popcorn. This is the kettle corn, so it's got that sweeter flavor to it. Okay, so we have our popcorn in here. Now I'm going to add in, and this is optional, you don't like nuts, don't put nuts in it. I'm going to do a cup of peanuts, because I absolutely love peanuts. Isn't that funny? I'm saying I love all this stuff and I'm supposed to be making it for my client. And then I was standing in line at Walgreens and I thought, ooh, peanut M&Ms would go good in this. So I got some of those. You can put however many you want in there. I'm going to do all 3 of these little packs. These are the sharing size packs that you find at the convenience stores and wherever you're standing in line, and they have all these snacks everywhere. Okay, we're going to give this a stir. Oops. Try not to pick it out of the bowl. Try to keep it in the bowl. And I want to add one more thing. Okay, we're going to do some pretzels in here. I'm just going to take maybe 2.5 handfuls of mini pretzels. I'm going to put them in this baggie, and I'm going to just kind of smash them up a little bit. I don't want tiny pieces, but I don't want big chunks. Doesn't this look like stuff reindeers would love? Like my little reindeer antlers. Worth beaming. Okay, what do you think? I think those are small enough. Okay. Now, let's mix this up a little bit again. Okay, now on the stove, I've got 6 tablespoons of butter in a pan, and I am going to melt that down, and then I'm going to add a 10-ounce package of marshmallows on medium-low. Blend that until it is all incorporated and melted together, and we'll come back after I have that all mixed together. Okay, our mixture is completely melted. We are going to take it and we're going to pour it over this popcorn. It's kind of like making a Rice Krispie mix with the butter and the marshmallows, only you're using popcorn and all different things. So we're going to get this in here and get all that deliciousness out of there so it sticks together really good, because this is your glue. Okay, now we want to just mix this together and try to keep it in the bowl. If that mixture wasn't so hot, I'd have my hands in there, but not a chance. You want to make sure you get all those pretzels and those heavy things that are sitting at the bottom of the bowl mixed up in here with this popcorn so it all sticks together. Okay, we're going to give this a couple more good stirs. And then I have some parchment paper lined out on my kitchen table, and we are going to pour this out onto the kitchen table. Okay, we're just going to dump this out. Oh, that's our zucchini cake. Just about made it. I'm going to pause this for 1 second and go check on that. See if we need to add any more time to it. Okay, we had to add another 5 minutes to our zucchini cake. It's not quite done, but it is rising beautifully. I'm going to take a spatula, spray it with a little bit of Pam, and then I'm going to flatten this out. And you want it pretty thin, so that once it cools, you can break it up into pieces, however big you want them. But spraying that Pam on there keeps the marshmallows from sticking to your spoon or your spatula or whatever it is that you're using. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is, I have measured out 1 cup of white chocolate chips. I'm going to put those in the microwave at 30-second increments until that's melted. And then we are going to put that on here too. Guys, our chocolate chips, our white chocolate chips are ready. and I am going to take it a little extra step here, make it more Christmassy, and I'm going to add some red, green, and white sprinkles from that one, and then I'm going to do a little bit of silver and gold. Silver and gold. Okay, then let's mix that up. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I can handle that. Okay, and now we're just going to take our, it came out a little bit faster than I wanted it to. You don't want it all clumpy, you want it to come out, there we go. You want to shake that spoon so you don't get big clumps. I think I'll start it in here and then, there we go. I'll have to give Tom that big white chocolate chunk there. Just mix that in there a little bit. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. You could probably even use 3/4 cup of the white chocolate chips. And I did put my zucchini in for another 5 minutes, so now we are at 45 minutes on the zucchini cake. So now we're gonna let this sit and we're gonna let this cool. And then when it's all nice and cool, we'll give it a try. Alright you guys, so for tonight we are done. The zucchini cake is out of the oven and looking beautiful. I have to wait for that to cool completely, so I think I'll just leave that and frost it in the morning. And then our reindeer mix still has to cool more also, so I'll wait to bag this up until morning also, just so it can set and cool completely. It won't hurt for them to sit out overnight. So we had a hard working day today and we've got our stuff ready for tomorrow, and then tomorrow we're going to have to do more baking to help fill up those plates. But for tonight I'm pretty well spent. We were out until midnight last night. We went to the Nutcracker and that's an amazing performance. If you ever get the chance, I highly recommend you guys going to see it. It is spectacular. We go to Symphony Hall. Candace, that's my present to Candace because she loves the ballet, and every year she buys me a Nutcracker. And this is the 5th year of our tradition, so I've got 5 of my Nutcrackers up there from the actual ballet. So it's a great tradition that we have going on, and I absolutely love it. But for tonight, we are going to be done, and we will pick up again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.